Hi, I'm Adrian Hall, and I'm here to talk to you about the Native Union Play. Now, I got this at Winners for about $12 Canadian, I believe, and at that price you'd expect something pretty basic. I was expecting a simple device with a single task, which was the state of the art in very, very cheap components. And what I didn't realize is just how bad the state of the art in simple components is. This thing actually looks really, really nice in the way it's constructed. It has some neodymium magnets, which is good. But other than that, it is absolutely atrocious, and I'm actually disappointed because I had a use for it. So here's the device up close. You can see it's actually a pretty nicely constructed device. It looks very classy. And it feels pretty solid. It feels nice and heavy, especially when you have the AAA batteries in. Now, I assume that the reason it runs on AAA batteries, firstly, of course, to save money, but also because we don't want to give it a USB port, because we don't want to give people the false impression that they can take files off of it. This thing has no SD card, it has no USB port, you cannot connect it to a computer. This thing is just for recording and viewing messages on the device. That's all it can do. And you can see that simplicity also goes to the buttons. Unfortunately, the interface is a bit rubbish, particularly when you're trying to set the clock, because those three buttons aren't really enough. But overall, I actually really like the design of the device. And these magnets, these neodymiums, are enough. They do let you stick it to a fridge or any reasonably ferric surface. Actually, one of my favorite things is that it includes a metal backing plate with some adhesive on it, which that allows you to stick it to anything, and I'm probably going to use that, but I'm not going to use this. I'll probably actually wind up removing the magnets, because magnets are super useful, and this isn't. And let me show you the first reason that this thing is not useful. I've had this great idea, just got to record it before the Vogon Constructor Fleet comes. Wonder if I left the stove on. There we go. So now it's turned on. And now I can press record. And, oh yeah, here's the other problem. The video quality is appalling. See? That's what a good camera looks like. But this thing, it's terrible. And you can see it goes back into sort of an idle standby mode. And then finally goes into sleep after 2 minutes. But that standby mode, it goes into very quickly. So you can't even really frame anything if you want to just make sure it looks halfway decent. Like, say I want to capture just the camera. They have exactly enough time to get that camera in frame, but oh, I want to make it straight. I can't. Yeah, it's really not great for that. Of course, the other problem, as you could see there, is the video quality, and that extends to the audio quality as well, and that's really disappointing to me because I actually really like the idea of this device. I wanted something simple that allowed me to record specifically guitar playing, just to keep the ideas down, so that you have enough audio and video of your fingers just to tell what you were doing. Because, writing all that down, it really breaks your flow. So being able to just quickly record an idea with something that only has 2 buttons is really appealing. Unfortunately, that sounds like this. So that sounded completely awful. It's simply not useful, even for recording ideas. This doesn't have to be anything you'd ever give to anybody. All I wanted was for it to just sound tolerable. But anything other than pure high notes is just gone, lost, crackly and awful. And the frame rate is terrible, and the resolution is only 0.3 megapixels. It's awful. But of course, that's not what it's designed for. It's designed for quick notes. So let's look at the quality of a quick note. And I'll just record one of those right now. Hi, this is me recording a quick note to show how completely awful the quality is and how it's not even acceptable for the very, very basic task it's supposed to do. Hi! And now we'll play that back.
Hi, this is me recording a quick note to show how completely awful the quality is and how it's not even acceptable for the very, very basic task it's supposed to do. Hi!
See, it's just appalling. I mean, how it's terrible. And I'm also actually not entirely sure how you're supposed to navigate this and delete things. It's pretty easy. It only stores 180 seconds, but because it's only got the 3 buttons, even working through that, just the interface in this thing in every single way is absolutely terrible. And I'm really disappointed about that, because this could have been at least a little bit of fun and possibly an extremely useful little device. But I guess I'll just have to continue using a cell phone, which I don't like doing at all, because like I said, I like having specific devices for things. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this review of this device, and now you know you shouldn't even spend $12 on it. That's all for now. Thanks, Adrian Hall.